Greetings and welcome to Order In. We're going fancy today despite my shirt, with a pork tenderloin on a bed of mashed potatoes with a sumptuous balsamic vinegar infused with fig. That's right, it's what I just said. The marinade for this delicious pork tenderloin is going to vary dramatically on what you can find, because I made it from two specialty vinegars I found at the mall. An infused fig balsamic vinegar, and some of that apple, lime, and elderflower vinegar that you've seen earlier. Along with that, we're going to add some normal balsamic vinegar and some salt and pepper to round it out, because you always do. Prepping the pork loin means cutting it up and getting rid of some unwanted gristle. Get the pork loin out of its bag, rinsed off, and then you'll notice probably this weird piece of silvery skin. That's called the silver skin. Get your knife in and under that and kind of peel it away with your hand as you're cutting underneath it. You don't want to keep that. It's gristly, it's unedible, and it's not tasty. Get the pork loin chopped up into equally sized bits, get them into the bag, and get that into the fridge for a couple of hours to set up. I'm also doing a batch of my sauteed carrots. You know how those are done. Get some sliced carrots into a pan on medium-high heat with some salt and some fat. Toss them around until they're lightly golden. Add some water so they can boil off and finish cooking. When the water has evaporated, keep them frying. Right before they're done, add some pepper and freshly chopped garlic and devour. Please do keep in mind that cooking is hard work. You should be drinking. My mashed potatoes are as simple as they are tasty. Peel up some russet potatoes and get them into a water bath to prevent oxidation as you move forward with steps, and then get them cut into eighths. We're going to drop them into some boiling water until you pull them out and they look something like this. The translucent effect should have gone from the outside all the way to the inside, and get them drained. Returning the potatoes to the same pot, we're going to add some butter, salt, and pepper. Then we begin a smashing. Mash the potatoes until thoroughly creamy, and then add some milk and continue to mash and stir until they reach the texture of deliciousness, whatever that may be for you. My superior poor timing meant that Pixie had to grill up the pork in the dark, but you can get the idea of what we were dealing with here. We tossed them on some really high heat until they were just barely done as per normal pork guidelines, and then we pulled them off. To make a delicious glaze for this, I did what any good lazy foodie would do. I poured some delicious vinegars into a pan and let it reduce into the most unctuous syrup that I could have done shots of. This is just the elderflower, apple, and lime plus that fig vinegar. Whatever you can find at a quality connoisseur of vinegars around you should do just fine, but if you can find something similar, I'd recommend it. Be sure to keep the mixture moving and take it off the heat regularly, that way you don't scorch it and get a big black spot on the bottom. Thanks to Pixie's headlamp, I ended up with a little bit of a Vice City look. We're going to plate up those mashed potatoes on the fanciest plate you've got, preferably not a circle, and then top with the carrots, a couple pieces of that delicious pork, and some of that unctuous glaze, being sure to dribble some along the edges of the plate, because it looks really cool. This was incredibly tasty. Make it for date night this week, and you'll get blown away.
They said it was impossible, and it was. I never got the elephant in there. Thanks for watching, and remember, why order out when you can hang out and order in?